What's good, everybody? This your boy JB9 Deuce, representing JB Speakeasy, the black platform where black people speak freely. I am your host. Of course, I'm JB9 Deuce. Right now, I know it's been a few days since the last time I did a show, and I would like to thank for all the support I've gotten so far. I'd like to get my numbers up, so if you see this live stream right either while it's live or when it goes off, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe for my YouTube channel, which is the JB Speakeasy. Right now we're gonna get into a topic I've been advertising on my page for some time. I put up the post a few days ago and people didn't really respond, but I'm now ready to do a show, and it's called Black Men's Protection, Mandatory or Case by Case. That is Black Men's Protection, Mandatory or Case by Case. And this particular show, I'll be talking about what's been having social media in an uproar for quite some time now. The situation, I have yet to get her name, but they AKA her the Brick Lady, so we'll call her the Brick Lady for these content creating purposes. So here we go. Basically, for those that didn't know, I'm gonna give a quick summary, at least up to what I know, and there's some very quite interesting facts about this case, or at least with this situation on social network that most people don't know. So I'll go ahead and try to break that down a little bit for y'all. But here's a summary of what happened. It says the Brick Lady says she did a video. Well, listen. Well, there's basically a situation where this lady did a video talking about a terrible experience she had with a man, in which she was out there supposedly or allegedly, and she was struck by a man with a brick. Now, that's kind of so I'm trying not to curse because I got older people that sometimes listen to my show, but that's kind of cowardly of a man to hit a woman with a brick of all things as well. But anyway, she says that this man hit her in the face with a brick. And she was going on live, and she went on a rant talking about how black men don't protect. And there was a group of black men around that allowed this man to strike her. Now, see, the issue I have with the statement that she's making, well, before I get to an issue with it, first I would like to say, any man who decides to put his hands on a woman for no reason and tries to harm her, that man is less than a man. You feel what I'm saying? And so I would just like to say to all the men listening, I understand how females can get sometimes, but hitting them, I don't think that's a viable solution, at least one that would allow you to still be free and not be behind bars. But I will say this though, ladies. To go on and finish her story, she basically went on IG Live saying that, black men don't protect black women and that we leave them for dead and that they're just, unprotected. And in social media, there was a lot of people criticizing black men, saying that black men don't protect and black men aren't good leaders and black men aren't this and black men aren't that. And me as a black man, it strike me because of that reason alone. I am a black man. And I know if I had a chance to protect my woman, that I would. But I believe that's actually the starting point of what I said. But I'll end it with this. She was on live and she told people, and there was a lot of social media commenters speaking on the situation and really putting down black men, saying we don't protect, we do this, we ain't doing that. And I just want to give some facts, or at least my perspective on this. So real quick, ladies, so we have a clear understanding since the beginning of time from a patriarchal order. When it comes to a woman, her leader that's responsible for her is her man, but not just any kind of man or any old man, but the man that's responsible for her has to have leadership over her, which is some symbol of authority. And the men that are supposed to protect and provide passionate love, provision, and protection and stability for a woman is her father and her husband. And that's initially, and then her brothers and uncles as substitute. Substitute meaning like if those two aren't around, because we know in certain communities that is a prevalent thing. So in the old world, leadership was transitioned from father to husband and another wife for her brothers, or for her brothers if her husband actually dies, which means only that, let's just say this woman was married and her husband dies, she then becomes married to her brother-in-law, because the idea wasn't for women to be alone, as they claim to be quite proud of today. So with that being said, I would say that if anybody's supposed to protect a woman, it's supposed to be her father until he passes her off to a man called her husband. Now, I know that that's old school or whatever and whatnot, but just because something's old doesn't mean It's good. I heard from one of my Uncle Bruce. He said that sometimes the old ways are best. You know what I mean? And if the old ways are best, then we shouldn't forsake them because they have an age on them, unless you actually practice them because they were effective even in the past. Okay, I'm gonna put the link in the description. I want people to come up and have a conversation. Jay, I'm gonna put the link in there again for you. Hopefully you get this link soon. But when it comes to protection, ladies, I would like you to understand that if a man is going to protect and provide for a woman, then the men that she needs, once again, is a husband and a father. Now, see, those positions are women under the protection and the leadership of their father or their husband. Those two men are they're supposed to protect you. There is no debate about it. There is no kind of there's no kind of argument about it. Like, oh, I don't have to protect. No, if you're the father or the husband, you have to protect your wife. You have to protect your daughters and your wives. You get what I'm saying? So my thing is, I'm really trying to get people to understand that the order of how things are supposed to go. And I'm actually a biblical man, so I also believe in giving people the scriptures while I do this. So I got a scripture for you guys real quick that I want to just give y'all so we can bring some better context. Scripture on protection in the Bible, 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 7 says, likewise, husbands, live with your wives in an understanding way, showing honor to the woman as the weaker vessel, since they're heirs with you of the grace of life, so that your prayers may not be hindered. I don't know if you guys heard that, but because I saw that something went wrong with the screen, but maybe you guys still heard that. But then I have another scripture for protection for you that says in Ephesians chapter 5 verse 25 says, husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. Then we have Ephesians chapter 5 verse 22 through 23. Wives, submit to your own husbands as to the Lord, for the husband is head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church. So his body and himself to its savior. So basically what I use with two scriptures for those that believe in God and those that don't. I think I would advocate that you do believe in God for this reason alone. There's a lot of great wisdom in the Bible, and it actually brings order. It says for husbands to love their wife and to give ourselves up for it means sacrifice. And I don't think any man that's worth a man has a problem with sacrificing for his woman. I don't think not one. No, not a one. So my point being is, ladies, if you want protection and provision, you must put yourself under the leadership of a man. If you do not, then, it'll be hard for us men to protect and provide. But one thing that is that's out of the question is for men that do not know you to be obligated to protect you. Now, if I find it, like if I have a spirit of heroism, like I'm a Superman or someone want to jump in and help you, if I see a woman in distress, that is my prerogative. But that is not the prerogative of the woman to expect me to do to protect her, and I'm not her husband and or her father. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not saying a man shouldn't help a woman, but it's not his responsibility to. And this could be much easier if women learned that they need to have a husband or have a father in their daughter's life so that they will be guaranteed protection and not relying on the protection and the provision of strangers. You get what I'm saying? So, I got my cousin Jay in the building. I'd love to see what cousin Jay got to say about this. Young Jay, I'm adding to the stage, brother. Young Jay, what's good with you, bro? What you got to say on the subject? Young Jay, I think you still on mute, bro.
Yo.
Okay, there we go. Young Jay, welcome to JB Speak Easy. That's just your second visit here, bro. Appreciate you for coming.
Man, appreciate you having me. What's that word, brother?
Man, trying to get this show off the ground. You feel me? Trying to give my little 2 cents on the subject. You feel me? But have you heard what my little breakdown I've done so far?
Nah, man, I'm just hopping on, so you gotta kind of fill me in.
Okay, for sure, no problem. Well, the topic of today is called Black Men's Protection, mandatory or case by case. That's Black Men's Protection, mandatory or case by case. And I don't know if you be around the YouTube and the social media world, but you probably heard of this situation where there's this lady that got hit with a brick in her face.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with that? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I thought that. Well, yeah. Basically, that's kind of the backdrop to this whole subject
Mm,
today, and
okay.
um, and I'm just gonna give you a quick summary of what I was saying. I was saying that because the problem around social media is that black men don't protect black women. I'm gonna ask you a couple questions on that in a minute, but my synopsis of it was: if a man is guaranteed to protect a woman, that should be her husband and her father because those are committed roles. What do you think about that?
Oh man, can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Can
can
you
hear
hear
you.
me?
You kind of you just break up a little bit, but I can hear you though. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh man, this is a goodie right here, bro. Oh man, I gotta. Ah man, so I 1,000% agree, bro. If it ain't your husband or your father,
Yeah,
but you know what's so crazy though, and I'm gonna get into some. I'm gonna segue a bit. It's gonna get a little deep. I'm gonna just touch on it, just base
well,
because
hello.
you can hear me.
Yeah.
Am I breaking up? Yo, am I breaking up?
All right, hello. Yeah, Jay, I don't know what went wrong with my internet for a minute, but I had to go on my phone. I'm gonna send you the link again. Man, my bad about that, ladies and gentlemen. I have to get this right real quick. All right. Oh, Jay, I don't know if you can hear me again, but I sent the link back to you. I think I was having problems on my laptop for a second, so I'm just gonna continue on my phone. Yeah, Jay, I just threw you the link again. I don't know if you can hear me, but I think my laptop went dead on me for a second, so I decided to use my phone. I had to use. Let me see. But just well, until my cousin Jay come back. Yeah, just to continue on the point that I was saying that protection, if guaranteed by a man at any place at any point, would be her husband or her father, because those are the two committed relationships to that woman that is guaranteed protection because they have an attachment to that woman. A father, that's genetics. By marriage, it's commitment to do this thing forever. You know what I mean? Uh, Jay, I would like for you to come back up, man. You was hitting on a point. I went out. Here's the link again. Okay, for sure. I just got to. Okay, yeah, I just got your message right now. So I'm gonna continue off the show. So yeah, basically, like what women have to understand is, especially black women, is we love y'all. We want the best for y'all, but y'all have to understand in life there's order, and with men there's order. So if you don't understand how men operate, you're gonna have a problem understanding how we provide and protect. See, we protect those that we love. Like women like to look at leadership as some kind of dictation. It's not a dictatorship, but let's look at it like this. Like if I was a president, right? A president has what's called a security detail. And what a security detail does is they decide for the president exactly where he's going to go, how he's going to go, depending on where he wants to go. But he doesn't make the plans as far as where he's going to go. The security detail has a say on where he goes and doesn't go, and he leads them. He signs their check, but he signs their check with the certainty and the security of knowing that they'll do just that, secure his safety while he gives his speeches, while he goes across to where even when he goes across seas to other countries, they have a security detail he has to follow because now you're in their country. So it's the same thing with a man. If we have what's called as protocols, if we have prevention protocols or protection and prevention, or excuse me, protection and provision protocols, then you must follow those. And what I kept saying prevention because 80% of protection is provision. So if I could provide, it's prevention. So most men like to prevent situations, even for themselves. So any woman that I'm responsible for, I would also like to have a sense of prevention with them as well. I'm gonna put this link. Maybe I put the wrong one in the chat, but I'm gonna put the StreamYard link back in the chat for anybody who wants to come on. Kia, I know you told me to hit you. So here's the StreamYard link. All right, but yeah, getting back to the show so I can have it, so it can keep going. I believe that when it comes to this protection factor, is we must also factor in the fact that a man's life is worth something too. If I'm gonna put my life on the line for any woman, she has to mean something to me. Now, if I see a situation where I can help that woman and still ensure my own safety, then by no means will I ever deny her that protection, because now it's on the strength of me viewing the safety of both of our situations and not just hers, because she needs protection. Another thing I like to touch on: Black women, I love y'all. I really do. Trust me, from my heart, I do. But at the same time, you can't disrespect Black men on a daily basis. Because I hear some of the stuff on social media that we ain't this, we're not that. We need to do all these certain little things. And I'm like, well, if I'm supposed to do all this for you, and like the scripture says, if I'm supposed to do like Christ did and I'm expected to die for you, then at least to protect my life, you will listen to the words I say, because you would trust the fact that I'm going to ensure both of our safety. You get what I'm saying? And so, you know, that needs to be taken into account as well when we talk about this provision thing. But I'm also giving some people some time to come up. Jay, I put the link back in the description. Kia, I put the link in the description for you. You know, so wait, hold on, here we go. All right, Kia, I know we spoke earlier. I sent the StreamYard link again. Jay, yeah, I'm waiting on you to come back, bro. I don't know, my laptop betrayed me. And the signal may have been bad, not on your end, but probably mine. But I'm gonna keep the show going. But yeah, so protection, ladies, is something that men do not mind giving you. It's just it has to be given right. You get what I'm saying? Correctly, as I must say, which means there's an order to how men do things. And part of the order is listening to the words I say. When I give you instruction, I need you to get to it instead of arguing with me. You know what I mean? But yeah, Jay, I'm waiting for you to come back. I put the link in the description though, bro. I'm signing back into my laptop right now. I'm signing back in. Maybe hit me on the laptop link. It's supposed to be the same link. But anyway, yeah, anybody has anything to say? I'm in the studio currently. Kia, Jay, I sent y'all the link. I'm kind of killing time so y'all could actually come back into the discussion. All right. So all right.
Man, guess we have a little technical difficulties. But anyway, we're gonna. Oh, okay. I think Jay's coming back. Let me see. Let me see. Jay's coming back. Hold on, just a second there, Jay.
Okay, okay, there we go. So, but yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties. Um, y'all bear with me for a second. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get my peoples back in here. All right, Jay. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the link back in the description box. Yeah, I'm kind of the reason why I'm going there, y'all, because I already heard in broadcasting, it's mortal sin to be, dead air for a while. So I'm just trying to give them some time to come back in here now. So let me see. Copy link. Also, Amy, if you're trying to come on, I'm also Amy. I sent you the link as well, because you want to come on. So we can get this conversation going. But anyway, back to what I was saying though. In fact, guys, give me give me a few seconds. Let me get people coming. Give me a few minutes. Okay. All right, guys, I'm back. I was I'm sorry for being a little bit of let. I was giving people some time to come back in. I'm sorry about this, guys. I've had a little technical difficulties, but back on subject, black men's protection, mandatory or case by case. And I would say, depending on who the woman is, would it be mandatory? Like I said, the mandatory relationship would have to be that would be my daughter or my wife. If I had to jump in front of a bullet for those two people, then I'm gonna have to take that bullet. I just hope they say some great things in my funeral. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm supposed to, even by God, sacrifice for my wife and my children. But a random woman, the only way I protect you is if I see fit that we both can actually get out of the situation altogether. You get what I'm saying? So that's where I would stand on this. When it comes to protection, you must be under the leadership of a man. Now, I know some women say, I'm independent, I don't need no man. But understand, when you say you're independent, don't need no man, you're also saying, I don't need man's protection, I don't need man's provision, I don't need man's passionate love, I don't need man's stability. That's what you're saying when you say that. So I would just say that if your protection is really one of your main concerns, then you need to do what you need to do to ensure that you get that protection. Which is, if you're interested in a man, make sure, but even before you have sex with him, if you're really interested in taking it far with that man, make sure that he has the ability to be able to provide and protect, keep passionately love you, and keep you stable. That's the thing, and able to give you wisdom and impart some things in you that can help you become a better person altogether within yourself. But the link is in the description box for Amy, for Jay, for Kia. 'Cause I would like to get some ladies' perspective in with me and Jay's discussion, so that we may have a more well-rounded discussion. So please, ladies, come on up. All right, come on up. Don't be scared, as they say. You know what I'm saying? Don't be scared. Here's the link. Sorry about this, guys. I'm trying to get everybody as I possibly can to come on the show. You feel me? And Amy, I got the. All right, for sure, for sure. I got the link for you. All right, guys, my bad. I'm just like I said, I'm trying to give everybody a chance to come in, to participate, to be able to be a part of the discussion because I think this affects black men and black women, and we need to have a understanding on how this protection thing is supposed to operate. Because it's not supposed to operate on this. I see you in danger, so I'm supposed to help. Now, if I see you in danger, can help, and then get us both to safety, then there's by no means would I ever prohibit or stop from doing that. All right. Uh, right now I'm still waiting on everybody to come in. But for the future, just to let you guys know, as far as this channel, I'm actually getting everything set up to where we'll be able to have a little bit of music played beforehand or whatever and whatnot. So, sorry about that. Oh man, yeah, I'm having some difficulties today. And okay, let me see. Okay, so I thought that was Jay, but I think it's me trying to sign back into my own thing. But anyway, yeah. So protection is supposed to be something that is supposed to be. Yes, it's owed, but it's owed to a woman who has assumed the title, which is wife, which is daughter, and if you are a brother or an uncle, you're what they're called their secondary protection. See, that's how serious this is when it comes down to different types of protection. You know what I mean? So there you go. Amy, I'm hitting it so you can probably come on, girl. I would like love to hear what you have to say. Don't be scared. Come on up. No, I'm just saying. I'm trying to get you inspired to come on. But yeah. So basically, yeah, I'm just trying to get these kind of concepts because they need to be out there. I was quite kind of offended that black women. I didn't understand y'all had such a disdain for black men because I was like, we don't do this and don't do that. But I said most of y'all claim to say you're independent. So if you're independent, that means in all things you can't expect independence on I can pay the bills but I can't protect myself. That's not how it happens. Back in the day when a man protected a woman, he protected the woman, he paid the bills. It was a package deal. Imagine if you bought a package. That's like you buying a phone. We said we give you unlimited this, unlimited that, unlimited. Then when you say no, I don't need that package. I'm gonna go with another package and go with another company. If you go with another company, you can't expect, or if you start your own company and it fails or whatever, you can't expect the company that you want to then pay you. It's almost like a job too. You see what I'm saying? Like you said that you work for me. As long as you work for me, you get a check. But the second you stop working for me, I mean, well, you can't expect to get the same check because you don't work here any longer. You have been removed. So my point being is if you want the benefits of anything in life, you have to either earn it or if it's due, that means you have to do your part that gets you owed this thing you expect to get. Yeah, Jay, Amy, I sent y'all the link. I don't know if is it working. Yeah, I'd love for you to come on, Amy. I'll put that in. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Jay, let me see. Are you able to get in? Let me see. Able to get in. I'm sorry about this, guys. I'm trying to get everybody in here, and I know, like they said, dead space is the enemy of airtime. But I'm trying to get everybody in. I'm just waiting, doing my little monologue, and I just have a few questions for anybody that comes up, and those questions will be simple as I can. It says, is a black, and here's my question for black women and black men if you have an answer for it. It says, is a black man's protection expected when a black woman's being provocative? That's the first question. The second is, do you think it's reasonable for a black woman to be able to attack men due to society standards on not expecting repercussions for attacking men? And then we have, is it okay for black women to be rude? Because rudeness is, men, we care a lot about respect. You know what I'm saying? And last question is, what consequences should black women face when being physical violent with a black man? That is, what consequences should a woman face when being physically violent with a black man? All right, I'm gonna put the link again. All right, guys. I really want y'all to come on. That's why I'm going through extra lengths to make sure that people can come on the show. You know what I mean? And right now, I'm just trying to take some time until y'all come up. But the subject today is black men's protection, mandatory or case by case. Black men's protection, mandatory or case by case. And since I've been kind of killing a lot of time in between, I would love to have a. Okay, Amy just keeps saying. Man, one more. Hold on, guys. I definitely allow. All right, guys. I'm sorry about this, y'all. I don't understand why it's not letting me. And, okay, yeah, I'm back in the stream. Um, Amy, I sent you the link again. I don't know why it says a laptop. Jay, if you're hearing me, can you text me in the either private chat or in my messenger as to what are you using, the laptop or a phone? I'm pretty sure you're using a phone, but my homegirl says she having a time getting in here. I really want her in here because she's a great woman. I want y'all to meet her too. Her name is Amy. And yeah, once again, shout out to Amy too. I appreciate you supporting your boy in so much ways that you can. I really appreciate it. You as well, Jay. I appreciate it. Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that, guys. That pause. Jay, I think maybe your phone's really giving you a hard time, man. Hold on just a second, guys. Hold on just a second.
All right, I don't know if anybody can hear me, but okay, I don't know. Let me stop and start again. Maybe that's probably the. Hold on, wait. I see a guest.
Okay, hello guys. I'm really sorry, because I think we're having some technical difficulties. I think connections because I have people from the different states that's calling in. So maybe I don't know if that's being strenuous on my Wi-Fi or something. I don't know, but we're gonna get this show done because I really want to hear people's opinion on this. Black men's protection, mandatory or case by case? Mandatory black men's protection or case by case of black men's protection? Go ahead. All right. To anybody. All right, I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. Trying to understand why. Oh, okay. I think I know why it's having a okay. All right, I'm sorry, guys. I've been having. Okay, there you go.
How
Okay,
you
Amy.
doing today? Yeah.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Oh, take is your phone on mute?
No, you can't. You can't hear me. Hello.
Hold on, just a sec. Hold on. Now I'm having a. Okay, hold on. Maybe it's me. Hold on.
Hello. Could you hear me now?
Amy, can you hear me? Hold on. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you
Okay,
perfectly.
now I can hear you. Hey, you know what the problem was? I didn't have my headphones. I didn't have my headphones. I thought I took them out. My bad. Hey, but what's good with you? Welcome to JB Speakeasy, Amy. It's so good. We've been trying to get this going for a minute. How you been?
Yes. Hi. Nice to be on the show.
Thank you. I know for like 40 minutes I was trying to get y'all in here. Like I know we gonna get him. We gonna get him in
Because at
here.
first I'm like, what the heck? Every time I try to go into it, it wouldn't let me in. So kept
Right?
saying
Yeah.
no.
No, my cousin. Yeah. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, but yeah, my cousin was having problems getting there too. I was speaking with him earlier. I was hoping maybe he could come back in, but no. Anyway, yeah, it's good to have you here. Did you hear any of the commentary I was doing up until now, or do I have to give you kind of a
No,
summary?
you gotta brief me in, man. I'm on this
Okay.
motherly
Briefly.
thing, man. I can't be on the phone like
I
that.
feel you. And shout out to that. Shout out to that. Being the best mother you can. I respect it. But no,
Amen. Try
anyway,
hard.
Oh, okay, for sure. Thank you. But now, one of the subjects today that I was covering was the brick lady situation. Have you heard about what's going on the social network where there was this lady who was hit by a brick or something like that to that effect?
Oh wait, you talking about the African American individual lady that said somebody was trying to get at her, and
Yup,
then
yeah, yeah,
she
that's
like
the one.
turned them down, so they smacked her in the face with a brick.
Yeah, yeah. And see, yep, that's the one. But see, here's the interesting part, Amy. I was finding out just in my research that she actually lied about some of that. But
Oh,
that's not even the biggest part of it. She was saying that black men didn't protect black women. We were horrible people, and all of these type of things. So I just want to know, what is your opinion? Who do you think is responsible for a black woman's protection in your mind? Should random black men be, or should it be one with a committed position to her?
honestly, that whew, yikes. Okay, now that is that is a real hard two-sided question. So I'm going to give you my opinion and my outlook on things, and then
Thank
me just being a woman. You know what I
Okay,
mean? So okay, so from my opinion, literally, it's kind of whoever you know what I mean, whoever you're around and whoever you associate yourself with. So um, if you if
hmm
you if you know sometimes women do have people in their life that will protect them. Like, you got homies like you. Okay, you see me getting into it, and man, you're my friend. You're my real friend. So you're gonna be like, hey, well, you're gonna try to diffuse the situation as best
no
as
doubt.
possible. But that's because you're my friend,
Hmm
know me. So you're a man in my circle. You are a man that's around me, that's
Amen.
affiliated with me.
Yep. Okay, and I'm glad you said that because that means you have a general understanding from the point of view I'm coming from. Where, see, in my opinion, I believe a woman's protection. Hello, can
I,
you hear me?
hello, I can hear you. I'm sorry, I kind of broke up a little bit.
Okay.
I said because I'm
Okay.
affiliated with you and you are my friend, I do, from my experience as being a woman, I do look for your protection if I am getting into it with a man because you're my friend. And if you were my friend and
Yeah.
you should be getting into it with another man, why wouldn't you do that then? Now, you know what I mean? Not everybody
Yeah.
has the same point of view, but as a woman, period, we shouldn't even put ourselves in those type of situations first and
Thank
foremost.
you. That. Thank you.
You get what
Thank
I'm
you. That's
saying?
what I was.
If you
Yeah.
didn't
Hell yeah.
put yourself in that situation, you wouldn't go through that because you already know how I am, point blank, period.
Yeah. Right. 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 Yeah.
So, and I'm a very aggressive female. So if you didn't put yourself in that predicament, low key, you would not be going through that. But sometimes there is aggressive men out there that don't know how to take the answer no, who don't know how to accept the no, or respect the fact of that you be like, nah, I ain't trying to talk to somebody right now. And then they do get mad, you know what I mean? And then they try to retaliate or they try to talk about you and tell you, well, bitch, you a hoe, you got your ass out. You know what I mean? Whoop de whoop, you
Yeah.
doing all this. You want the attention. You know how most men, that's exactly what they do. They'll be like,
But
well,
what
you
type
want
of
the
man we
attention
talking?
because you got you flaunting your body like this. It's making it seem like that's the way you want to get talked to, but that's not always the case. Some women really just be so in tune with themselves or comfortable with themselves where they can dress half naked and be
I don't
okay.
believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Cap,
Wait.
I
Wait.
don't
Hold on. Hold
believe
on. Wait.
that.
Hold on. Hold on. A second. Hold on. Hey, Amy, real quick. I'll let my cousin Jay. Welcome back to the show, Jay. But I want to comment on what
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
said. Right before you go, Jay, I want to comment on what she said. I do believe what she said is 100% true on the fact that I have a place in her heart. Like that's a good friend of mine. So if I see her in danger, I would help. As well as you said that putting yourself in positions. That's what I'm kind of talking about. Because at the end of the day, if a man reject, there are some men that are aggressive. That is very true. But at the end of the day, those are fucked up men. But I'm talking about even if you get in a situation, I don't believe you should expect every single man to jump into that situation with you.
But
Which I
not
mean,
every single man is like that in life where they feel like they have to fight for something. You get what I'm saying?
right,
Not everybody's an aggressive person. Not everybody's like that. Not everybody's gonna fight for you. That's just like the incident, for instance, when we watched that security guard get beat up by those white people, and it took black people from on the boat to hop off the boat to swim way over there to help him. It was black people passing this man and just looking at him getting jumped by these white people. But that's what I mean by everybody's not aggressive in life. Some people
yeah, but
will jump for you that you don't know about. Some people that you don't even know from a can of paint may see you getting out there getting down with a man and seeing a man abusing a woman, and they might get out and help. Most people
Okay,
in the world nowadays, they'll get out and they'll just watch and record and then keep it pushing.
but do you know why though, Amy? Let me explain that, but real quick. See, men, we have women in our lives that we're special to too. Our moms, our sisters, our wives. Let's just say we're outside and we see something happen to a woman. Before we go jump and help a random stranger, we got to think about what we got going on in our own lives. Like, okay, like I said earlier in my set, I said if I see a woman in danger and I can help her and help myself get out the situation, then I'll do it. But sometimes there's situations where a man can't just jump in. Because imagine if a man was doing that to you and a nigga jump in. I'm not talking about me, but a
You know
random.
how many, bro? I
Yeah,
ain't
then
even
you
trying
get
to cut
killed.
you off. I was just about to say that. Do you know how many that don't get talked about enough about
Yeah,
how
go ahead,
many
take it.
males die in these type of situations
But
and they
that's
look for a captain saver person. But what I was gonna say was this to piggyback on I think her name was Amy, you said?
yeah.
Hey, yeah, hey,
Okay.
yeah.
So my thing is this, right? You should not put your man or friend that you claim that you love in any of that situation. Why am I saying this? If I have a lady or a woman, this go both ways. I'm not putting my lady in a situation where she could endanger herself or look for her to protect me in that situation. So
Right, okay.
what I
Yeah,
mean
yeah.
by this. So what do I mean by this? So let's say a woman could come up and get the argument saying whatever to me. I'm not gonna allow my lady to go over there and put herself in danger just because a lady want to bump off at me. Sometimes we gotta let the ego go and just let them talk. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But sometimes
True.
the ego and the pride about us get over us. That be the most thing that happen most of the time. It be pride and ego. Like, no, I can't let them talk to me like that, and it go both ways. You know what I'm saying?
They
But
do,
in
but
doing so,
sometimes people just want to
I'm,
stand up for themselves too. But I
right,
yeah,
yeah,
understand
yeah.
what you're saying. I get what you're saying whole 1,000%. And let me tell you, that is a righteous way to live, and I understand that, and that is the right way to live. I feel like, but the world ain't right.
yeah,
You get what I'm
for
saying?
sure,
And I
for
understand
sure,
what you're saying. Like, I should
for
not
sure,
put my man in that type of situation because you're not knowing what the next person is gonna do. You never
for
know what
sure.
that
Right,
person's
That,
going through that day. That person may take that person's life because you decided to add this person in there.
and we
right.
ain't in the 80s and the 90s no more. We ain't in the early 2000s thing. Back then, y'all know if you come from that era, folks, you could shoot a fade back then, and it was cool. But now you don't know if a shorty told him or the nigga told him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and
Right.
and it's like and then it's like now I gotta go tell your brothers and your sisters and your family that oh man, she got put in an unfortunate situation, and
And let me
now
say
we
this.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
and,
what
and
I mean?
I agree with y'all, and that adds on to my point of what I said about I got to think about the women in my life. Because before I help a random stranger, I got to think about the women in my life. They love me. They want me to come home. You see what I'm saying?
For
And like,
sure.
and to add up to your point, Amy, you were saying that a woman wasn't putting herself in that in a position. Getting back to the subject of this lady, in this particular situation, the man rejected her. But this is what people don't know. She hit that man and it said like nigga, kind of like nigga, please. So not only did you hurt that man's pride, but then you slapped him. So now he's
Let me tell you, I feel like
yo,
no
yo,
woman, first and foremost, if you don't want to get hit, don't hit him. Because let me
right.
tell you, I got
That's
3
my
sons.
point.
You already
Hey,
know
hey,
how I am. Don't
I
hit
want to
nobody
say
if you don't want to get hit back. I mean, you learned that in
Hold on, Jay.
school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's something you learn when you were a kid. That hey, don't do nothing you ain't expecting to get back. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So if you
And
putting that
but
out there, if you're putting that out there, just best to believe you putting that negative energy out there. It's gonna be somebody who's gonna match that shit, and you don't get it back
right.
well,
tenfold.
I'm gonna
Wait,
say this,
let me say that. Oh, go ahead.
men out here, we don't win in that situation. I wanted to say 2 things. The first time, Josh, before we got off, um, when you said should it be the husband or the father, absolutely. And the thing is,
Yep.
here's the scary part about this, right? Like this the caveat 22 to it. You have it now where they have told the woman that she can be independent, like you go make your
Yeah,
own
I was gonna
money,
get on that.
you go
Yep.
buy your own cars, you go do whatever you want. The first thing a woman will scream is, I don't need no man, I don't need no nigga. And then
Right.
you got the music influence it. Then you got the TV shows telling you this. Then you got your favorite celebrities
But can
telling
I?
you this.
But it's
So
not
now
just that either. But let me tell you this:
it's
you sound like
multiple
you
things at
are.
work.
You sound like you are a good, prosperous man. Not everybody is thinking like how you thinking right now, partner. Let me make sure
Exactly,
that now.
exactly,
Most
I'm
men
aware.
out here, most
Yeah.
men out here, 9 times out of 10, let me tell you, 9 times out of 10, most men out here is most black men, most African black men, their mother done supported them and then acted like they were their fucking girlfriends their whole life to the point when they
Yeah, I
finally
do
meet
agree
a
with
real
that.
woman.
Yeah.
I
When they
agree with
meet a
that
Oh,
real
too.
sorry.
woman, They don't even know how to
Yeah,
dress a real
I
woman.
agree
They
a
don't even know how
thousand
to
with
be
that.
around a real woman.
yeah, for
But
sure.
So
what I was
it's
but
starting
what
from jump. It's starting from the
Wait, hey,
time
what?
these
Wait,
little motherfuckers have entered the world till
the only
yeah.
now.
thing
What,
the
well,
only
hold
thing
on,
I was gonna I,
hold on, y'all.
one comment.
We gotta do one at a time. Okay, Jay, you go first, and then Amy second, because I know you responded. Go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. I just wanted to man, it's such an because I was gonna say like I know how I live. I ain't comparing how I live. I'm comparing to like how the world is. I'm seeing like what we should do, but I'm knowing how the world is, right? Like the crazy part about that part when you saying it's so many women who treat their sons like their girlfriend. You know why that
Like
is?
they
Because
boyfriends.
like their boyfriends. I mean, I'm sorry, but you know the part of that, and I can speak on that being that right. The reason that is because they scream men ain't shit all damn day, and I'm not saying that as no as no just
Excuse?
being a hypocrite. Like yeah, like but I'm being honest. They screaming men ain't shit all day. So what they're doing is they're prepping the son to be what they would want in a man. You
They
see
No,
what I'm
and let me
saying?
think, but see, that's what a woman fails to realize. You think you're prepping this man to be the man that you want him to be.
But they don't
You
believe
think,
that. You know, they don't believe that because of what I'm saying. The society is telling them you're empowered, that you don't need a man. You can even incubate a baby without the semen they trying to convince you of,
yeah,
especially with
yeah,
technology.
yeah,
And so
yeah.
I know how we talking on the panel right now. I already know where your mindset at, just how you speaking. But I'm knowing for a fact, like, example, most men know a difference between a hoe and a woman. We know this. We know between she a
right,
smut, between she a
and
regular
Jay,
girl.
yeah,
But
and Jay,
women group them all together like niggas is niggas. It ain't no like the men gotta. And I will say this. I'm gonna say this. Men, we gotta be. This is what I get on men about. Dude, y'all gotta be more responsible about how we approaching this shit. You know what I mean? Like I don't like the dudes that's always like, hey, what's good, girl? Jay down on the girl. I say, bro, you're enabling their behavior. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's why the behavior is so out of control because you giving her the power. But
right,
go ahead.
and
I'm
I agree.
sorry.
No, it's all good. I agree with everything both of y'all are saying. And I'm glad you said what you said, Jay, about independence. And Amy, this is what I want you to understand, even as a woman. See, when women say, I'm independent, I'm single, and I don't need no man, see, women only say that when it applies to money. But what they don't realize is when you say that, you forfeit protection, you forfeit provision, you forfeit that
Yep.
passionate love and
Yeah,
stability that
yeah.
comes from a
Yes.
man when you
Yes.
This
say
is
that.
true.
And so when those women get in these situations that say, I don't need no man, then keep that same energy when men are around. Now, if I decide to jump in, that's off of me being an act of heroism. Like I want to be the hero, I want to help you in a situation. But a lot of women, because Amy, back to the subject, this woman said that black men didn't protect her when she hit a man, and then she dissed a man's ego. As a man, I know how it feels to get rejected, but then when you slap me, it makes me feel this sense of resentment towards that woman
Yeah, but
that'll
how
make me
could
be
you
like,
ask
"Fuck you,
somebody
bitch."
else to protect you? How could you ever ask anybody else to protect you when you put your own fucking self in harm's way?
Right, right, exactly,
You get me?
exactly.
How could you
Yeah,
ever
no, for
ask
sure.
somebody to jump off the cliff with you? Bitch, and you ain't even jumped yet.
Right,
You
right,
don't even know what's down there. Do you know if there's something down there? Is we
right.
still
So,
in
well,
it?
I feel what you're saying.
You get me? So
Right.
I get what y'all saying 100% because you know I'm a real one. I'm gonna sit here and be
Yeah.
real. I'm gonna be honest. There's
Yeah.
no reason
Now,
to
now,
lie.
Jay.
You
Now,
know how
Jay,
I
I'm
am.
gonna tell you exactly. No, I'm gonna add. And now, Jay, Amy is a real one, 100%. That's why I was like, when you were saying, like, I know what type of girl. I said, wait, hold on, because I know how what type of female Amy is too. She's a real one. And when she got on and talked about not putting yourself in positions, that's kind of the answer I want to hear from women in the first place. Because just because a man is interested, let's say you do this, I'm like, I'm not interested. You don't have to slap that man. You don't have to say you
No.
punk ass nigga, you dirty ass nigga. You don't have to say that kind of shit. I mean,
For instance, you done seen me with you. I done been
yes.
with you. We done been kicking it, nigga. And men that try to get at me while I'm with you. Oh no,
Mhm.
no, we ain't playing
Oh,
that.
for sure. Oh, for
Right, for sure. Yeah,
sure.
exactly.
You already see me in another man's presence first and foremost. And second of all,
What?
you're not even finna disrespect nobody around me. Then on top of that, I ain't no slut. What the fuck you thinking? Like you see me already with a man. What are you
But
trying to
see
come
how
get at
you
me for?
But how you coming right now, right? Like you know what that's doing? That's literally you literally are standing up for yourself and protecting your man at the same goddamn time. Like you see what I'm saying? Like you sticking up for your friend, you protecting
Yeah,
him,
and that's just my
and
friend.
you
We
at the
we
same
just
time.
you know what I mean. We just chilling together. But I would never want nobody to feel uncomfortable while you're
But
with me.
I
You
could
get what
tell
I'm
though
saying?
you don't have an anecdotal mindset. What I mean by that, you don't allow the indoctrination of what's happening around you to influence you. You kind of take it and use it as information. I can just tell that just from the
That's
small
all I respect
conversation we
him.
have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I
that's
mean?
all.
But I could like that's what I mean. Like you could just tell like it's so much BS out here, man. Like it ain't like how we was raised up, y'all. Like think about it. Even back then, it was I say this to women, right? And I'm gonna say this. This ain't to all women. This to some of them who argue with me. I say most black men did not have their father in the house, right? Like they didn't
Mm-hmm.
have no dad around. But I'm like, how is it that women is coming like this and they had all their mamas around? You feel what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
Because let me tell you
same
this
thing.
now. How you saying that? Let me tell you this. Like I just stated earlier, a lot of the women be mad at the fact that they done had these babies by these fucked off ass men. Then the babies,
Yep.
the little girls come out looking like the daddies and shit. Now the mama is regretting it every day because you gotta look at this little girl to look like the man you done chose that you thought you was gonna have a life with. Now you're disrespecting the little girl. You're calling her all different types of little bitches. You're cussing her out. It's never
Yep.
no, it's never no princess and queen time. Your daughter is your princess. I'm the
I'm
queen of
Right.
my motherfucking
hey,
castle.
hey,
You
hey,
hear me?
my cuz probably don't even know this, but I'm gonna let y'all in on some real shit right now that's going on. With you saying that, my situation right now, I got a 6-year-old son, right?
Uh-huh.
And right now with the mom, I'm going to court for like joint custody. But the funny thing is,
Okay.
we. But the funny thing is, I ain't one of them dudes that what you speak of. You know what I'm saying? Like I was sending pampers, ain't need
Can
it,
I no? Can I
ain't,
tell you this?
ain't need
Can
it.
I tell you this? When you get women like that, I ain't even gonna lie to you. They be mad because you so in tune with yourself. You feel me? You so good and you so in tune with your own energy, and they can't disturb it. That pisses bitches off. When they wanna, that's when they start throwing the baby your way. Like, oh, you can't see the baby. Oh, you want this baby so
Right.
bad, you gonna go to
Right.
court. When you know damn well, bitch, you stressed out. You stressed out. You might as well let him come pick this baby up. Let one of my baby daddies tell me. You feel me? And I know that they're good men and they want their baby. Oh, you ain't got to tell me twice. This baby is packed and ready to go.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Amy,
Okay.
can you? I'm sorry, I missed that last part. She cut out on the
Oh yeah. Go ahead, Amy. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, what I was saying is that most women do that because you got so much belief in yourself. You are a stand-up cat. You can tell you're a prosperous man. Prosperous men go through the most. You feel me?
Yep.
Let me say, women probably want to break you so bad. They want to see you so broken like they are. So the only thing that they feel like, I'm gonna take his child away from him. Let me tell you,
but
little do they know is that that's hurting them more than it's hurting you. You know what
man,
I
you
mean?
know,
Like,
I'm gonna
nigga,
tell you
you're
something.
tired. Listen to me.
I'm
I
gonna tell
have
y'all
4
something.
children. I be
Well,
tired
hold
as
on.
shit.
Let us finish.
I
Let us
was
I
finish.
gonna
be
say.
imagining.
I was gonna say the scary part about it is I'm giving y'all some real stuff. I'm on the phone with him. Yesterday was his birthday, and I didn't get a chance to even say happy birthday to him. But watch this though. I'm
I'm
talking to
sorry.
him. I'm talking to him last week. He tells me, he asks me a question, no bullshit. He says, "Dad, why and how do I got a dad?" And I was like struck by it. I said, "What you mean?" He say, "Man, because when I be crying and going through my stuff, I be like, I want my daddy, I want my daddy." And he say, "Mommy told me you don't have a dad." This is a week ago, bro. This is a
Wow.
Damn.
week ago. This is
Man,
a
that's some
week
hating
ago.
ass shit.
You know, you know how disrespectful that was. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
I've been emailing you, I've been calling you, I've been to the city like multiple times, try to get you to, hey man, let's
Can
co-op.
honestly,
Man, it's been
honestly,
crazy.
honestly, the only thing I can tell you about is a woman like that, and from me seeing my homegirls be like that, and me seeing, you know what I mean, devastating things like that in people's lives, because I didn't have my mother and father there, so I can only imagine how your son is really feeling.
Man,
The only thing you
man,
could really do, and I'm not trying to tell you to be this bad person to go against her, but I'm not lying. Record your conversation every time you have a conversation. Every time you buy him
man,
something, keep your motherfucking receipt. Every time
Yep.
you need
Yep.
to show the court, listen to me. You gotta show the court that you really want to be in this kid life. And what make it so bad is about, okay, man, hold on. What make it so bad is that the child really don't even belong to the mother. And that's what women fail to realize. They always want
Thank
to be
you.
like, I'm
I'm
gonna
glad
take
you
my
said that.
baby. I'm
I'm
gonna take
glad
my
you said
baby.
that.
The
Yeah.
child don't belong to you. The child
I'm
belongs
glad.
to us. We created this together. Without you, I wouldn't have made it, and without me, you wouldn't have made it.
you want,
So that's why you
All
got to
right.
go to
Exactly.
court. And I'm not trying to tell you to be, you know what I mean, be a bad person for her, but it's
yeah,
no more playing
All
games
right,
with her. You got to
and you
show
know
nah,
what?
her
I'll say.
that I want my baby, and I ain't playing
Yeah.
with you, and I don't want you. So
And
therefore, when you
let me
go to
say this.
court, you got to show every little inch of progress that you do. I don't give a damn if you bought them a pencil. You keep that receipt for that pencil, okay? And it's not trying,
Yeah,
and you're not doing it to throw it in her face. You're doing it to show this woman that nigga, this baby needs me. A baby needs. Let me tell you, I don't care how much a woman be like, you don't need your daddy. You don't need your daddy. Man, a kid needs their dad. Let me tell you, a mom is a
right,
24/7 person, but the dad gives that mom that break that the mama needs. When that
Mm-hmm.
mama
right.
going
And let me say
crazy,
this. Oh,
man, when
go
that
ahead.
mama's going crazy, a dad is always needed, point blank period. And the son
Right.
always needs his
And,
father because
and
he's
just
going
to
to show him how
and
to be a man.
right, exactly, Amy. And Jay, let me say this, Amy, to add on what you and Jay is saying, this comes back to the protection factor because because women that were raised with fathers understand the order of okay,
Mm-hmm.
my first leader and protector is my father. That's why back in the day they used to pass the father used to pass their daughters off to the husband
Yes, yes,
because
yes. That's
Yes,
why they walk them down in
yes,
the
they
aisle for
marry him out.
marriage.
Yes,
yeah,
and once you
it's
marry
Yes,
like
that
wait,
man,
hold on,
that's
it's
your
from
family
one
now.
leader.
That old family is no longer your family. The person you
It's
decide
now your
to marry and be with,
exactly.
that is your family. That is the head of your household. That is your
absolutely.
provider, your protector, and all that. Yeah,
Man,
I'm
Exactly.
from
you
back in
talking
the day.
that ish. You
Yeah, no,
talking
I
that
can't
ish
fuck with
right
Amy. I
now.
can't fuck with Amy. I love Amy.
She talking
I
that.
love
Man,
it.
But see,
I was raised by my grandmother, and my grandmother was a
but
slave.
but that's but that's
So you know what
crazy
I mean.
though.
I got some good raising inside of me.
But
So
yeah,
Yeah,
I
but that's
exactly.
understand what
crazy
y'all
though.
saying.
But look how you think. But look how you think, and you didn't have that. You feel like to
But
me
look
like.
how I think,
Thank you,
J.
brother.
Will. But look what I went through.
Yeah, exactly. And I respect that. And
How many times have you opened up your home and your assistance to me? Look what I had to
yeah,
go through before I came steady. How many talks have you done ever had with me? You
yeah,
get what I'm
exactly.
saying? What did it
Exactly. That's
take
why.
for me to get through this? It took a
Yeah,
lot for me to get here, but it took for me to have real ass men in my life. You ain't never been you know what I mean? You're not a father. You don't have any kids, J. Real, but you know how to be a
nah, nah.
father figure to a woman that needs a man around. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and
Why? Because
yeah, yeah.
you have a mother and a father that taught you the real, that taught you the gospel of God, that taught you
Yep.
how
That's true.
to be a real man, to taught
That's
you
true.
how to be there for your woman. Your dad is there with your mama. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Come on now, y'all
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
eating the table as a family. Come on, stick
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
together. Come on, pray
Amy,
together.
and I'm glad you're saying what you're saying too, because that's what I always try to emphasize to all my homegirls is how important a father is. Because people always say that the important person that needs a father figure is the son, which is 100% true. But the one who needs them the most is the father, because this conversation we're having about protecting women
Let
that
me.
have a father will
Yes,
understand that
yes.
I need a husband. I need somebody,
But
not need as in the
let
sense
me.
of financial, but the need
Okay,
as far as the things that come with it. Yeah.
so I can hit you with
Hey,
this then. A woman needs a man in her life because the father
Hey,
is the
Jay, let me,
first man you have. That's the first man you fall in love with.
yep.
man, you ain't
That's the
never
man that
lied.
shows
And
you.
it
That,
go the
That's
other
the
yeah,
way
man
that's
that
too.
right.
lays the
Yep,
pavement.
First
that's
love is
true.
his mama.
The man that lays
His
the
first
pavement for
love.
every other man. So when a woman didn't have a man in her life, she don't know how to keep a man in her life. Why? Because her own daddy wasn't even in her life.
Exactly.
So
Yep, that does
so
have a big play in it.
so I want to hit y'all with this, right? With that being said, so I've been in court since March, right? And I got
Yep.
my FaceTime calls awarded. Right now, I'm on the I'm at the end of the custody part. Like I can't wait till it's over because I want to speak on this so bad. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, bro, don't no man who really ain't shit, who really is some shit, shouldn't be
He ain't
treated
going to
like he
court.
ain't
I can
shit.
tell you that now. A man that ain't shit ain't even gonna show up at court. I can tell
He
you that
ain't even
right now.
gonna show. But
Yep. Yep.
I didn't spend over 8,000 on a lawyer. G, like it's been crazy. But the what I was gonna say was with that, like, see, she ain't even had this, and she can literally speak this shit without nothing. You know what I mean? And
But
it's
No, no,
what
like,
I've
Amy,
been through, bro. Listen
no,
to me.
no,
I
hey,
done been
Jay,
to prison.
Hey, Jay, I'm
I
gonna
done been
say
to
this.
prison so many times. I done bumped so many heads. But because of my upbringing, because of what my grandmother instilled in me, and she would not allow me not to learn it. She didn't allow me not to learn it. I'm gonna beat it in you if I got to. You get
Right.
what I'm
And you
saying?
know
So
what? She was right for that.
mm-hmm,
Yeah, she was right
most
for
people
that. And
don't
I
have
think,
that in
hey, Jay,
life.
let me say this. Yeah, hey, Jay, let me say this. And what your grandma did was 100% right. But you have to understand, your grandma's probably my mom's age group around like 60, 70, right?
My
yup,
grandmother,
yup,
remember Jay Real,
Yeah, no,
remember
I was
my
saying that for,
dad. Jay Real, remember my dad is an old ass man. My dad is almost 90 years old. My dad was a pimp. Listen to me. My grandmother lived to be 107 years old. My great grandmother, my dad's mom lived to be 100 years old. My dad right now is 85 years old and still kicking with 32 kids.
mm,
15 different baby mamas, 12
But
different wives.
well, right.
Stop.
But what I was going to get to that was that they come from a particular era where everything I'm saying
They
is
came from
100.
slavery. They came
Yeah,
from slavery, they real. They came
but
for
yeah,
they came that we gonna beat it in you. We made to go
right.
to church.
But
You get what I'm
here's the
saying?
thing though. Yeah, no, but I'm saying, well, yeah, I agree 100%. I'm not disagreeing with you, but just let me get this out. What I was saying was that generation of men and women, especially the women, knew their role. Like if I was talking to your grandma, or if I was talking to your mom or something that was from that generation, she would agree with me that a woman's protection, because I'm coming back to the subject, is that a woman's protection starts with her father or her husband,
Yeah.
and when the father's not there, yeah, it makes it harder for a woman to submit to a man. My
It
thing is,
makes it
it still
very
needs to be,
hard. It makes it
yeah,
very, very hard. It's
but it
it's the
needs to
hardest
still
thing in the
happen.
world.
But Amy, you have to understand this. It still has to be done. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that's hard, but you have to still do it because
Yes,
if
you have
women
to
want
do it.
the
But listen, let me
protection
tell you, that goes back on if you were never
uh,
taught it, how the fuck are you supposed to learn it? Yeah, you can listen to
Mm.
from
somebody.
like,
You can listen.
uh,
You can always listen. We can always listen to what you're telling me. But how could you listen to something that you ain't never had to been through or go through, or anybody can even give you any examples to how to do it? You
Now
okay,
can't
well,
those
give
type
you
of
can't give
people,
you can't give
n-
no
the
damn
answer to
example
that,
on how you supposed to trust the man and love him and be there for him
now those
and
type
not
of
sit there
people,
and
because the man,
criticize.
oh,
But let me tell you this: this is what
I
certain
have
women
the
can
answer.
fail in life too. You can't sit here and bash your man and criticize him after you done already told him what you need him to do, and then now he's trying to make a way. Now you bashing him. Now he's sitting here stuck in his own
Hey,
head.
Jay, let me
It's
say
like certain things, you know what I mean? You'll never learn, but that's all that comes with common sense too, and that all comes with if you want to change your life. This is just like
right.
God. When you want God, you gotta apply God. When you want to be sober, you gotta apply to be sober. You gotta go to drug counseling. You gotta do this. When you want God, you go to church.
Right,
You go
right,
be around people who's Christians. Not everybody has that learning. Not people know that because I want to be a Christian, that I need to be around Christians. Not people know
yeah.
that.
No, India, let me stop you right there because I feel everything you're saying, like about as far as especially with upbringing. You know what I'm saying? If people have different upbringing, it's hard to understand each other for their upbringing. But here's the thing you have to understand though, is the fact that just because people didn't see something, yeah, you had a disadvantage, but you still have to learn because if women, because it's funny because women that didn't have fathers still expect protection, though they didn't see it, they know something's supposed to be there. So if there was a man that
Oh,
was
we went there,
there and
Will.
saw it, yeah, can you
hey,
hear me?
hey, hey, I got something for Amy. I wanna throw this scenario at her. I
Well,
want her thoughts
well, hold
about
on,
it.
Jay, hold that. But Jay, hold that. Just remember everything you said. You have to write it down. Make sure you remember. But
Yep.
I just want to
I
answer
got you.
Amy.
I
Amy,
got
can you hear me? Amy, can you hear me? Amy, can you hear me?
you. I think she got it on mute, but yeah.
Yeah. Amy, make sure you take your phone off mute. But the point I was gonna make is, yeah, though people come from different. Because listen, bro, Jay, like I don't think you understand this. I didn't get along with my father like that. Just because your
Man,
father's in your life doesn't mean it's
man,
gonna be 100
man.
percent like flowers and roses. No, it's not like that. But you have to learn through life that life will teach you. It's either your father's gonna teach you or life's gonna teach you. And with those two realities, at some point you have to understand that even though you didn't see something, doesn't mean you don't have to learn it. And if women are begging for protection, damn. Well, Amy dropped off, but Jay, I'm gonna talk to you for a second. But if women want protection, bro, they have to learn there is a way to go about it. Just because you didn't see it doesn't mean it doesn't have to be done. Like she said, she has 3 sons. She still needs a male
Yup.
influence for those kids, regardless if she's seen it or not. You know, that's no disrespect to her. Amy, I love you to death. You know that. Like James, what I was gonna say is, yeah, you can ask Amy's question, but I got love for Amy because she's one of those that are actually like she's actually a real good
But it
woman. You know,
seems like she's willing. She's more willing and open to understand that. She know that what's going on. You see what I'm saying? Like,
that's,
She ain't
that's why I
Okay.
love that.
she ain't
Yeah.
she ain't running around here like,
Well,
yeah,
if you
I don't need no nigga. I'm holding it down.
can,
Like, nah, she talking with some sense. Like, you see what I'm
I have
saying?
to be a
Like,
mother
But what I was
now.
trying to get Amy. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was finna say, bro. The funny thing is when you said that about like the same thing. I was in the
Okay,
house of
okay,
my
come on.
pops.
It's time
But
for
to
mommy
this
to
day,
eat
bro,
again.
it's a lot of stuff I don't agree with. Like, he don't show a lot of affection, folks. Like, my pop
Me
don't.
and my dad.
He's not an
My dad
affectionate
don't show
dude.
affection.
Like, he's not a.
Hey, Jay,
He's not a.
I love you type nigga. Like, he not gonna do that all the time. Like, that's just not his mo. And it
because
bothered me. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
hey Jay, I didn't mean to keep cutting you off, but bro, I want you to understand how genuine I am. Me and my dad too. No matter how many times you saw him at the friend reunion, me and him did not have the relationship. Even when y'all saw us there, you didn't see me talk to my dad like that. But it's
for sure.
because we had our own issues, and that's what I was trying to get Amy to.
Yeah,
Because it's
yeah.
like I had a father, we had fathers, but it wasn't the best relationship. But here's
Cause
the
we
thing,
seen the fuck shit. You know what I mean? Like we saw
exactly,
the fuck
that,
shit. Like we see why moms was tripping and shit. Like even though they together, we like, damn, bro. Like I don't, like, all right, for me, right? Like I feel like I'm like, damn, pops. Like for real. I'm gonna be real with you. I felt like I wouldn't even be in this situation if he was in my ear more. I only
thank you.
got one
That's what
baby
I'm saying.
mama. Like you feel what I'm saying? Like,
Right,
and I
right.
always had a job, kept money in my pocket, got businesses, all type of shit. And it's like I'm in this low life ass, low vibrational ass situation with somebody, and I don't even, you know what I mean? Like it's like I know my pops was like this, but I wasn't raised like that. But one thing I wanted to hit with Amy was when I was with her, she hadn't seen her father since she was 7, right? Mother of my son. She hadn't seen him since she was 7. And he came back around after what, 20 some years when she got pregnant.
Yeah, see, that's a long time. Yeah, go ahead. My bad, bro. You kind of
And
went out of.
came out myself. Is it not odd to you?
Oh,
No,
go
I
ahead.
was
Go
I
ahead.
was saying to her like, man, is it not odd that your yeah, you can hear me? You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah,
Can
go
you
ahead.
hear me?
Yeah.
Am- Okay. So I was saying like when he came around, I was just like, it ain't strange to you that your pops then popped up after 20 some years and he wanna know who you pregnant by and trying to get a that don't seem strange to you? Like you ain't
Oh,
got questions. Like I'm the type of dude I got questions. Like I ain't no like
oh,
nah he ain't been
exactly.
here so fuck him. Nah, but
Right.
it's like you gotta ask some shit now. Like cause it's like what the fuck, bro? Like
Yeah.
it was just a
Exactly.
lot of craziness. I'm like, bro, this makes no sense.
All right, y'all can
Hey
hear me.
Jay,
I'm
I
back.
feel you on that.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I can hear you, Amy. No, I can hear you, Amy. But just let me say this. Hey Jay, going back to your fact, I have a theory that says a woman that didn't know her father or didn't have a male influence are going to have a problem submitting to men because they can never trust us. But that doesn't mean because they
Mm-hmm.
were trained that way that they don't need to trust. Because if women are complaining about protection provision, which this is about, then that means you must understand how provision and
Mm-hmm.
provision goes along. You have to have a male figure. A lot of women think I can do it by myself. Okay, you could. Let's just say you can.
Mm-hmm.
You have forfeited
Mm-hmm.
a man's protection and prevention. You see what I'm saying? But yet, like this woman
Mm-hmm.
in this video who probably didn't have a father, she's still expecting protection when you don't have a husband or you don't have a father. Now,
Mm-hmm.
here's the thing: a lot of these women probably have a friend, such as myself or yourself, who have fathers, so we have a little bit more direction. But at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day, we didn't have the best relationship with our father. That's what I was gonna say to Amy. But Amy, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you out.
Yeah,
Go
you
ahead.
ain't got to. You ain't got to have the best relationship. It was still there. You ain't got to have no
Yeah,
relationship. You
yeah,
get what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
As
That,
long as
that,
For
it's
sure.
there.
that's
Because let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. You ain't got to have no good relationship. But as long as he's there and he's still committed, you feel what I'm saying? When he died, I guarantee you know what the fuck he did for you.
but
I
let me
guarantee you
ask you
you'll
this:
sit there and be
if
like, dang, well, my dad did take the time to do this. Dang, well, my dad was around. A lot of your homies can't even say they ever met their dad. They can't even tell you
right,
what color their dad is.
but
For sure.
Amy, let me ask you this: for a man that was abused by a father, don't you think that can distort some of the good qualities that
And
come from him?
let me tell you this, and let me tell you this, J. Real. I can honestly say, I can honestly connect with you on
It
this one
does.
because
It
my
does.
dad, I told you, my dad used to beat us. Used to
Yes,
beat us. You get what
that's
I'm
what I'm used
saying?
to.
So
Yeah.
it is
Yeah.
hard to have a connection with somebody when they beating the hell out of you. You damn right.
Beating the fuck out of you, yeah, it's hard for
I
Mm-hmm.
years.
understand that, but I guarantee you, like I said, when they die, I guarantee you, like, damn, I'm glad he whooped my ass like that. Goddamn, I'm dead. Damn. You feel what I'm saying?
But
Why?
let me ask you this:
Because
is that because
he
Hey,
instilled
for
in him
sure.
what he thought that was right, regardless if it wasn't right or you know what I mean, if it wasn't right or wrong, he did what he thought was right. You get what I'm saying?
right?
You're
But
right.
He
just
at
because you
least he did
something,
what he thought was right instead of just leaving your ass. You get what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
but,
That's true.
It
That's
could be
true.
way worse than that. What
but
if
can,
you didn't have nobody? What if you didn't have that? Because if you didn't have that, you wouldn't be J Real.
okay,
Just to
but let
let
me
you
ask
know
you
that
this,
now.
though, Jay. But let me ask you this, Amy: wouldn't abuse and having that disconnection with your father the same as him not being there at all? Because if you
Hell
resent
no, it's not.
somebody,
Because I love my motherfucking daddy right now. I love my father. I love my dad with all I got. Why? My mom just died. You know that. But I love my
yeah,
dad. My dad used to beat the fuck out of us. When I mean really beat the fuck out of us. But let me tell you this. People go through things. Once again, like I told you before, people go through things in life and they can't
yes.
explain for it. Everybody's not perfect, my nigga. People can't
No, I
wake
get that.
up
No,
to
I
life
get that.
right. Some people do shit and don't know how to fix that shit. Some people do know how to fix shit. You know what I mean? So it's just like you
Yes.
can't. You can't see it
But
here
here's the
yet.
here,
Okay, I'm gonna go right now. Hold on.
oh, go ahead, go ahead. My bad,
Like
but Amy, I
I
was gonna say this though. I was gonna say, yeah, you could figure some stuff out, but see, the way my father treated me was really, it was really unfair to the point where, yes, I'm glad he was there because I feel how he treated my mama, so I know how to treat women and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, there was some things I did not receive from him, and I did not receive it because of his own pride, his ego, his arrogance.
Yes,
So
yes,
that
yes,
that
yes,
block that
yes,
and let me
blocked
yes,
tell
out.
you,
yes,
You
would
see
he
what I'm
not
saying,
be a
Jay?
yes.
man if you did it?
But that
Would
don't
he not
but
be a
that
real
don't
man if
mean
you did it?
I had to
no
learn
no no
about
no
my
no. But what we saying is it doesn't mean that we love them any less.
No, I get what
But
right.
you're saying, but let me tell you
but
this:
I cause
that man was there and present. I understand he
yeah,
wasn't right.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
telling
for
you?
sure.
My dad was
Mm-hmm.
not right at all, and my dad was not there. My dad would come get
Nah,
us
I
and
feel
leave.
you,
I'm
Amy.
low down.
Nah, I
And it's
get
like,
that. I get that a
Yeah,
you
no,
know
I
what
thousand
I'm
hours
believe,
saying?
for
Like
real.
he was
yeah,
there, and I
I
understand you didn't get what you needed or you felt like you needed right now. But I guarantee you, as a friend, me telling you this now, when that man dies, you're gonna feel
Oh
it.
yeah, we gonna
You're gonna
feel
feel
it. We gonna
everything
feel it.
you needed to
We
yeah,
feel in
gonna
life
because
feel
in
because
the
now he's here.
we
Like
gonna
yeah,
feel
no,
it.
yeah,
everybody
that's
For
don't have
because
the
sure.
right. That's what I'm trying to
yeah,
tell you once again.
We gonna
no,
Some
no,
feel
people
it.
didn't know how
and,
to raise a
But
son because his dad probably didn't raise him right. But
hey,
obviously
look,
he
and
did something
but
right. You want me to tell you why? Because look at you now, Jay Real. He did something right. You the
but
only
no,
yeah,
but
one
some
that I
man.
know
but,
who's
you know,
really in tune
but
with
some
his feelings. You sit up here
but
telling us how, what, when, where, and how to feel and why to feel. And this, not most black men can do that. They get there and they get quiet as fuck, but then they want
yeah,
somebody to understand them. But
hey,
instead
Jay,
of
let
you
me say this.
telling me what you done went through for me to understand you, you're able to do that. You're
Right,
able
and
to
Amy, let
voice
me say
your
this though.
opinion. You're able to know what you want in life and what you're not able to want in life.
Right, but see, let me tell you this though. I mean, all of that did not come from my father though. It came from a lot from I don't want this for me or my future generation. So
But
I
it
had to
came
learn.
from because you
Absolutely.
seen it.
But
You
I had to learn.
understand? You seen it though. You seen
But
it. You
hold on.
seen what you didn't want and what you did want. And you made
But
Hey,
wait,
adjustments.
I get what you're saying, Amy. But all I'm trying to get you to see is I should have been walked through that by the person that's there. He did not.
I
I had to learn that
no.
on my own.
I swear
You
to
know
oh
what
God,
I'm
I
saying?
yeah.
understand what you're
Yeah,
saying.
But
I
what I'm
yeah,
saying is
yeah,
promise
I
you,
had
yeah,
to
yeah.
learn.
understand it. I
But
understand it to the
Amy,
fullest.
but the credit I was supposed to give him, I had to give myself because he didn't do that. You would be right if you did
Mm,
that. And here's the
mm.
problem though, Amy. The problem is if I had to learn the same lessons that somebody without a father had to learn, the same way they had to learn it, then it's like, bro, you fell somewhere. And
Okay,
some of
so
this
let me
is
tell you this.
my
What
own.
about the people? What about the
Mm.
people who don't learn it and it was in their face? That's what I'm trying to tell you. What about the people
Now,
who
now,
had
no,
it in
no.
their face and
Now,
they
can
still
I
didn't learn it?
intervene? Can I intervene here?
Yeah,
Can I
yeah, go
intervene
ahead.
here? Can I intervene here?
Go ahead.
Go ahead,
Y'all,
Jay.
y'all are both right. Let me say this: two things can be true. Y'all are both right. Here's the thing, though. I think that's being missed, though. Life is choices, right? Like we have the
Mhm.
freedom of now. The Most High speaks about this. We have the will of choice, the freedom of choice. So
Very true.
people have decisions now, right? Now you could do two things. You could say, I'm a fucking warrior, and you got the fire in you. You one of the Most High children, and you rise up. Or
Yep.
Yeah.
you use what's around you and you use that as an excuse and you say, well, shit, I ain't have
And
no
you be
dad
weak.
or my dad ain't
Mhm.
shit, and you be a
Yep.
weakling. But you know what
Yep.
that is? To me, that's the choices of life. That's the devil and the angel. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's
Mhm.
the evilness and the wickedness and the goodness in you,
Right.
right? Because now
Yep.
you gotta make that choice between whether you want to be good or bad. Your mama can't do it, your daddy can't do it, your grandma can't do it. Only you could do it. And what I think is people get around, and you know who influenced them more than them parents? The friends that they around more so, the school that they
True.
be in, the
Sorry.
hoods that they grew up around. You want to fit in, you want to hit the girls, you want to talk to them. You know what I mean? So it's like, and so many other things that like start happening, and then you, and I think at the same time Amy right on this point about everybody ain't perfect, so I had to too look at myself like, damn, I was knocking them for a lot of shit though, like out of anger though, because I was angry as fuck about this shit for a
Be
long time. You
go
know what
ahead.
I
Be
mean? Like
yeah,
I
Yeah,
was
you
yeah,
got a
hell
right
yeah.
to
angry
be
as
angry.
fuck
Let me tell you,
about
you always
that
got the right
shit.
to be angry. You always have the right to be angry.
Nah,
Don't
nah,
let
nah,
that
nah, because anger
don't let that
anger don't
anger
do
get the
nothing but
best of you.
yeah, but anger
That's
don't do
the
nothing but
thing.
cloud your
You all
judgment.
right
Y'all
to be
gotta know
angry.
though.
Yeah, that's
bro.
true. And, I mean,
The
Jay,
hood,
let
dog. We
Amy
ain't
talk.
talking about no
This is what
anger.
this is what I
No,
gotta
I was
realize
gonna say
is that
we ain't talking
a man don't
about
like
no
to feel
anger.
every situation.
We just we react. You gotta like all our environments is raised up like this. You feel what I'm saying? Like we raised
That's
to
true.
react. We ain't raised on no like when you angry, have a calm mind and shit. Like to your point, J Real, it's like we learned this behavior. This is learned behavior on our own type
Exactly.
shit. This is like a choice we made. You know what I mean? That's why I'm like,
Right.
y'all both kind of right. Y'all both right though. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, y'all
Right.
arguing two different things,
Right.
but y'all both are right though. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
y'all both right
But
though. Cause it's true. I love this man to death right now. Like, if he died right now, I'm gonna be boo hoo fucking hurt.
I'm gonna feel
You
some.
know what I'm
Yeah, I'm gonna
saying?
feel some
Like,
type of
I'm
way.
gonna feel some type of way. But
Yeah, you're
to
gonna
the
feel some
point,
type of way because
Amy,
you never even got a chance to you know what I mean, to speak your reason.
but you gotta understand though this. I'm gonna tell you this, Amy, about men. We can speak our piece to these men all damn day long. But the one thing that we understand is once older men from the past, once they are on that, that's it. Ain't no changing their mind. And
Exactly.
that's what angered us. A part of what angered us a lot was we like, damn, in my heart, I got this thing to change, but he don't. Now, I will say he had a different upbringing to your point.
That
Dad
part.
probably wasn't around to your point. But now
Hmm.
it's like he can't he can't switch the fact like, well, I got my own kid and I should do it like
No,
this. To
because
your point, he doing it
Right.
the best way he
when
know how to
somebody
do
has
it.
something instilled into them, when somebody got something instilled into them and they've been taught that this is the right way the whole time, it's so hard to change your ways and be like, oh, it was
Hell
wrong the
yeah.
whole time.
Yeah. But
Hell
let me
yeah.
propose this.
You know what I
But
mean?
let me
Hell
yeah, let me
yeah.
propose this.
Hell
Let me
yeah.
propose this. Yeah, I feel what y'all saying. Let me propose this to you. Just because you were taught a certain way, what if you were taught something was wrong? Like if you was taught 2 + 2 is 5 your whole life, yeah, you were taught that to where it feels comfortable. But just because it feels comfortable or that you were taught that doesn't mean it's right. And you should notice that within your kids, what they have resentment towards you. Because
But
my
that's
father
not
knew
true.
that,
You
but
won't
he was so
always
proud.
notice that. If you don't even notice the problem within yourself, how the fuck are you gonna notice what you're doing to somebody else?
Okay, but here's the
But
that
that's his
doesn't
point though. That's his point though.
exactly. It
It's
doesn't
like
matter.
it's an ignorance. It's an ignorance to it.
It
Like
is, it
you
It
is,
hurts
but
your
it's
children.
yeah.
easy because
It
it's
hurts
like
your
if you
children.
don't know what you're doing and if you never been taught that, how could it be ignorant? Because I was never taught this, but now
Because
you're telling
now
me you want me to love you like
because
this and you want me to do
because
it like this.
now
But
we
I don't
have
know how to do that. I ain't never even seen it. The only time
the
I
reason
ever seen it was through you, my kid. So how do I
okay.
ever know it's really right?
Okay,
Who
I
The
can
doesn't do
answer
reason
right
that.
towards their
I
kids?
can
Who wants
too.
their kids to do something wrong?
I was gonna say you got folks sitting right there. You can't tell me that right now you don't adapt to how they are. Like in this
Right.
era, you kind of have to. They're so damn
Yeah,
smart. You gotta kind of explain why they
right.
doing this shit. Like
Exactly.
because they
So,
rejecting it more now. Like if you see the kids, they rejecting shit more. You can't just tell them anything and they doing it. Hell no, because
Like back in
right.
the day, they would tell us, "Don't do what I say, not what I do."
yeah,
Yep,
But
yep,
yeah,
yep.
yeah,
nowadays,
yeah.
they do exactly what you say
Yeah,
and what
yeah,
you
that's true.
do.
That's true though. She right on this part. But
For
Amy, I'm gonna
sure.
say this though. Amy, I'm gonna say this though. Yes, you're right about if I didn't know this, how would I know to do right? But my thing is, you have children, right? Don't you notice your kids respond to certain things, or don't you notice certain things in your kids?
Hell
My
yeah, I
thing
Yes,
know
but
it.
so
let me tell you this,
and those
because
are
I
some
was
of those
raised
things.
a certain
Wait,
type of
wait,
way.
hold on.
Jay Real.
Well,
Because I was raised
yeah,
a certain type of way. You know I'm a fighter. You know I'll do this.
yeah, no, no, I know.
That's a
Oh,
fact.
yeah.
But
No, I know. I
Probably
know.
got
and I
boxing
say,
gloves for
beat
their
the fuck
ass
out
over
these
there.
No, I
goddamn boys.
know. But no, what I'm saying
Beat
is,
these
Amy,
kids'
what I'm saying,
asses.
no, I'm
That's
not doubting that, Amy. No, I'm not doubting that. But I'm saying, no, what I'm
listen to
saying
me.
is,
Like I
Probably
told you,
got
I was
boxing gloves
beat.
for their ass
Don't
over
me
there.
not be beating
no,
them.
no,
Like
Amy got the
I
hands.
always
That's why I'm laughing. Like she got it. Like she's not lying. It's not about lying. It's not about lying at all. It's about a better doing things. You feel me? Because Amy, what I'm telling you, and all I'm telling you is just like with your kids. You probably notice certain things in your kids, either you or the baby daddy that aren't positive. My thing is, what me and my father was, you knew what the problem was because you know what your father did to you. You made no effort in trying to change that when trying to raise
Right,
me. I had to figure out how your granddad or how your father did you. You should have been doing
right,
that.
hey, hell,
But
what they
since
tell
you
you
right.
did,
is
but
that
since you did it, no, no, listen to me, Amy.
you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but you
Yes,
can.
you can.
But
Yes,
Shit.
you can.
listen,
If they
Yes,
want
you
what
to,
you
can.
can,
if they want,
Shit.
yeah,
you gotta be persistent. You gotta be
yeah.
persistent, and you gotta be strong enough to keep pushing that. If that's something you want in your
Mm-hmm.
But
life.
they did.
Mm-hmm.
But my father didn't. Then that's the
That's
problem.
trill.
That's the problem.
That's trill. That's trill. But I think that's what I'm saying. Y'all actually both right because you finna say exactly what I agree with. Jay Real is like she right though, but damn, you right. Y'all both right though. Like y'all got good points, folks. Like I ain't gonna lie, it's two good points. Like because I see both sides. Like you know what I mean. Like I understand both sides, and bro, like
Well,
straight
I'm
up.
glad you are a smart man. You are a very smart individual.
Nah, I definitely think though.
Got
Like,
both y'all on. That's why I
but
got both of y'all on.
I will say this, right? Like I say, even with the times that I've been around, even if he be around, I'm gonna tell you this, Jay Real. I say this to myself as a father. I say, and I tell this to the other young guys who don't got them or do got them. I say, bro, I learn how to be a better father every day. It's not a like, all right, I'm his dad. This is what I do. Like every day, I'm learning something different about him. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
even stuff that he don't like he'll act out, and I'll like try to talk to him instead of yelling at him like his mom might do. You feel what I'm saying? Like
But
because I'm
wait, can
like,
I tell you this? With men, it's totally different. When y'all tell a kid to sit down, he gonna sit down. He don't even think twice.
mm-hmm.
With a mother,
It's,
he always. I
you know
hate
why? It's the authoritativeness. It's the
it. It is.
masculine.
Right.
Like I can't describe it to you, but it's the
No,
masculine.
it
Like
is. It is. That's
he
why I
know
said
he
every kid
knowing
do
like
need their father. Every
because
kid do
like
need their father because of that shit right there. Because of that
mom's
right
gonna
there.
be because mom's is gonna be lenient. Mom's knowing you ain't supposed to have candy and she gonna give you candy anyway. It takes
Yeah.
for
Right.
mom to get mad for her to really get serious with you. Pops ain't finna play with you. See, we
Yeah,
living on
Pop on
two
that
different.
side of me.
This is
Yeah.
why two parents are like to your point. It's pivotal. It's like
No,
the
hey Jay,
epitome.
let me
Like
explain.
it's pivotal. Like because
Hey Jay,
we
let
when
me
we
explain
say
this.
it, we going straight to the point. Like, but I'm like I was gonna say like
Right.
I talk to him more and he started responding more, and then you know what it does. Like to be honest, like he started like understanding who he is better than what his mom might
Yeah.
do. And it don't mean
Bro,
that
yeah.
I'm doing a better job. I'm doing a different job. Like you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
that's why I'm doing a different option. Yeah, no, I feel you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. No,
yeah, like
that's
so
true.
like his mama feel like I'm doing the best job, but I'm like, no, you doing him wrong as hell. Like folks,
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna lie. Like, bro, we got a big ass family. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like,
Yeah,
his daddy
exactly. I
said got
know.
a big ass family, folks. He got a
I know.
thousand cousins. He thinking he got one grandma. Folks, you got like three grandmas, a great grandma, three
Yeah.
uncles, a whole bunch of cousins, and he
Right,
like
right.
fucked up. But he fucked up for real because he really believed he didn't have all this, you know. But I could see like he be getting confused, folks. So it's like I be having to like take it easy on how I
Yeah,
do
me
shit.
that's how
Like
it's all pop. Yeah,
I'm an
especially that.
aggressive nigga, but it's like, damn, folks, I gotta. It's so hard holding my tongue on a lot of. You know how many times I didn't want to step on his mama? Like, folks
Bro,
that call
my
me
mama,
middle
I
of the
feel you.
night,
No, I
like,
feel you. Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, but I'm like,
No, my
man.
mama,
I feel you.
But it's all learning lessons, though. You know what I mean? Like, it's all about you learn something in each step of that way. Like, I didn't learn something in that shit. And the best thing I want to do is give it to the next guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like the next
Yep.
generation. Any guys who ain't got no children right now, I'm trying to tell them, bro, man, listen. And I'm gonna tell you too, bro. And I think you already know this. I tell niggas, man,
Yep.
y'all
Yep.
niggas better be unapologetic about picking who you pick, bro. Like straight
Oh,
up.
of course, I'm on that.
Straight
Yeah, I'm
up.
on that.
For the women, I got a different argument. My argument to women is, yo, stop listening to the bullshit. Stop watching that love and hip hop shit and on some real shit.
Right. Yep.
Start
Yep.
start start getting some real knowledge and information. Start listening to some Angela Davis. Go read a book, man. Talk
Right.
like, bro. You know what's such a turn on for me when a woman
Get
can
to my
tell me
Angelo
about the Most High, folks. Like, yeah, folks. Like, god damn, folks. Like. I ask them like, who do you follow? Like most women, I ask them, who do you follow for real? Like, who do you really follow? Who you look up to,
Right.
bro? They can't tell me nobody who's really legit, folks. Like who really out
Exactly.
here like making, who really putting in work. Like, nah, it's who's popular, who look cute, who
Right. Exactly.
naked on stage, who popping their ass on the camera. Like it's the shit that
Right.
really don't
Hey, Jay.
matter, folks.
Hey, Jay, I'm gonna say this. Just to add on to your point, it's like with that Krishan and Blueface. I can't stand neither
Mm,
one of the motherfuckers. But what I can't
mm.
stand more is how females support Krishan Rock. She's disgusting in
Woo.
so many ways. And the crazy part is they're the example for this generation.
Sukiyama. I don't like none of these hoes, bro.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what it
like
is.
none of these. Man, listen, man. You get your money, you do your thing, baby. You do your thing. You get your money, you do what you do. But I got a problem when you telling my daughters, if I got daughters or if I got sisters and shit, I got a problem with how you telling them to be. But I understand the niggas who behind you is the one that's really running you. You ain't even running you. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's a bigger thing at work, but people don't give a fuck, right? Like they don't give a fuck. Like straight up, bro. Like most people ain't like what we doing right now. One thing I've learned in my journey, when you want to find the most high or get real answers to yourself, man, you gonna be real fucking lonely. Real shit. That's the first thing. And the second thing.
Go ahead.
And the second thing is, man, you gotta go through a lot of fucking self-analyzation, bro. And it's very painful. Painful than a motherfucker. You hear me? Like when you realize that you was the motherfucker that ain't shit, when you realize you've been having a victim mentality, when you realize you've been sitting here blaming everybody but yourself, man, that shit hurt. Most people don't want to approach that shit. They don't want to relive that shit. Hell no. Because they like, and that goes for a lot of women out here, to be honest. Like, a lot of women do not want to admit that they're wrong, G. They don't want to put that pride to the side and say, I'm wrong, folks. And it's like, nah, but you did this, and you did that, and you did this, and you did that. But you know what's so fucked up, J. Real? These niggas don't even live right for them to even put them in that place.
Exactly. They're enabling shit. And that's why I be saying, you niggas is the problem, too, because y'all be enabling.
Yeah, bro. They do, bro.
Because like most niggas, bro, I have this thing about if I'm dating a girl, I don't give a fuck how good your pussy is. If you ain't respectful and you doing some bullshit, you gotta go.
You gotta go, G. If you cussing me out, you call me the B word, any of that, G. I can't fuck with you, G. You gotta go. Because you got no respect for me. You got no respect for me. Like the respect is gone.
Yeah, and this is what I always tell women. What's more important than us and than love is what? Respect. If you don't tell me that, you gotta go. And a lot of niggas don't do that.
Yeah.
And one thing I will say about the women to this day and age, they don't know how to understand men. All they know about us is that we like to fuck. Yes, that's partial.
But that's a bunch of niggas you around, folks. You ain't around men. You know why you ain't around men? You don't like them niggas. Them niggas boring, folks. Them niggas is boring, folks. The good nigga is boring, folks. Like, to be honest, he's fun, but he's boring, folks. Like, for real. Like, when he started talking about all this inspirational shit, you don't give a fuck. You like, man, we finna get on this Tito's, and what we about to do, roll this blunt. Like, they don't give no fuck, bro. Like, and it's like, bro, I'm all for that shit. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm with it. But like, when we get serious at a point, though, we gotta be serious at a point, though. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta get serious, folks. Like, all right, folks, it's time to cut it out, folks. All the jokes and shit, we gotta be for real. Like,
exactly. And I'm not trying to be hard on women, but they have to understand at some point you have to learn how to communicate with a man. And part of only communicate with a man is talking to those older women, those older men, so they can see how they lasted 40, 50 years in marriage. Because at the end of the day, I think a lot of the problem is, Jay, it's just too many women who want to be independent, but yet want to get the benefits of marriage, like protection and provision, because that's coming back to the whole discussion. My thing is, if you want protection and provision, you better take the ring of a man, because now he's obligated by God to protect you. You see what I'm saying? God is now involved in this. So my point being is, a lot of these women and men have to understand our places are where we're supposed to be with it. And I remember you said
too. You gotta realize too, J. Real, not a lot of people is in tune with God.
Oh man.
Wait,
Amy, that's you can go all day about that shit, man, for real.
Right, but that doesn't make sense. But Jay, Amy, I want y'all to hear me on this. Just because some people weren't raised a certain way, or you didn't learn a certain thing, doesn't mean you don't need to know it. Because if you want a better life, you better learn it. Find someone who knows it. Or, you know what I'm saying? But see, that comes back to human pride. A lot of people don't want to admit what they don't know.
Pride. Some people be scared to ask people for shit. You gotta remember how black people is. Jay, you're the nicest black person. Listen to me. You're the nicest black person I have ever met in my life. I've never met a nicer black person than you, motherfucker. If somebody needs help, you're there and more than willing to extend a helping hand.
Man,
people are not willing to do that nowadays. That's what you fail to realize. People ain't gonna take the time to tell you about Jesus unless you giving up an offering. Okay, let me let you know that now.
They're wrong for that. But see, they're wrong for that. And see, Amy, the way you're able to say that, like Joshua tonight, that's because I believe in God and what God told me to do. Help people when you see them in need. Or, you know, be assistant to somebody. That's not a bad thing. That's a positive thing. And just because somebody didn't know that doesn't mean they don't need to learn.
All right, let me hit you with something, J. Real. Let me ask you this.
I was just gonna say something.
Let me ask you this.
I believe you finna hit the right spot. Go ahead on, James.
I might be off. But what I was gonna say was, hey, when did you really get on this journey, though? Let me ask you that. You might have always known, but I mean, when you really when you really got in depth with this shit? What year?
Okay,
Like
I'll
when did
tell
you
you.
really like start searching?
Okay, I'll tell you this. I remember when I was trying to be young. When I was young, I was trying to be active. I was rolling with all the active niggas. Got ragtime with me. I got all these blood, so all these niggas that's active with me. But when I got caught up in a court case, I'm not gonna lie. When I caught up, Amy, think I told you the story before. When I got caught up with the court case with homies, and basically God had told me there was a voice that told me the day I was about to wolf this shit that I wolfed. It was a voice, I kid you not, that told me, just go home. Your mom's in the front. Just go home. But what did my mind say? Nah, I'm with the homies. What did nah with the homies get me? Got me a
Yeah.
court case. I had to fight for 3 damn years when I was when I was 16, 17, 18. But during
Mm,
that time, I started going to Bible studies. Like, I always went to church, but I'm like everybody else.
mm,
Like, well, mom made me do this, dad made me do this. But I started learning who God was at about 16, 17, and I've been practicing ever since. And it wasn't an easy road. This is the thing about being a believer in God. It's never an easy road to say have faith in God. It's never easy to say, spare your enemies and things like that. It's never easy. I feel like if I'm a part of God's plan, I have to do what I have to do, even if it goes against how I feel. And that's where a lot of people have a flaw with the Bible. It goes against how they feel. If you're a liar,
mm,
guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna have a problem with the Ten Commandments. No, I don't want to lie, so I'm gonna
mm,
find every other reason. The white man wrote it. I didn't hear about it my
See,
whole life. Everybody's trying to
can I
bring up.
say something? Can I comment on that?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
What do you call that? You had what do you call it? Damn,
Moral.
like you was
Oh.
strong for yourself, J. Real. You get what I'm saying? You
Mm-hmm.
had
yeah,
self confidence
yeah,
in yourself. People
yeah,
don't
bro.
have self confidence in
That's
themselves.
real, bro.
People
I
don't
ain't gonna lie.
have
That's
the
real.
qualities that you have, nigga. I pray
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a wish upon my sons that they have that what you have. You get
Mm-hmm.
me? And I'm gonna
They
make
But the,
sure
will,
that
G,
I
cause of
have
you.
you in my
They
life
will, cause of you,
to
folks.
instill that for me if I can't. You get what I'm saying? Because not a lot
yeah,
of
yeah.
people have that or have that persistence or have that power to keep thriving and to keep striving and not give up.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You get what I'm
That's
saying? Like how
it's
you
called
said, a lot of
perseverance.
people are gonna have a problem with following Jesus because they can't even follow a simple direction, or because they can't even stop their body
Hey, hey,
from
hey.
wanting
No.
Right, right.
something. You can't even stop your worldly urges because you feel like it's gonna hurt you so bad.
Woo.
You feel like you're
Woo.
missing something so bad. You get what I'm saying? So that's
Woo.
what I'm trying to
Right,
tell you.
yep.
I understand what you're saying completely. You are awesome.
Woo.
You are an awesome individual for you to be
Well, thank
steadfast like that. Not a lot of people can do that. It have been
That's the
times
word
where
that
Man.
by God.
me and you done hooked
Yep.
up and I'm like, hey, let's grab a drink. You like, nah, man, I ain't even drinking no more. But you can show grab yours and you can still come chill and we can chat. You get what I'm saying? Not a lot of
Yep.
people are strong minded like that. Where I done sat in
Mm.
front of you and did what I did, and you still was gonna preach to me while I was doing what I was doing. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
Oh,
still was
No,
gonna
because
be
goodness.
a
I'm
good
loyal to the
friend.
word.
You
Yeah, I'm
wasn't
loyal
gonna
to the
turn
word.
me away. You wasn't gonna.
Oh shit, Amy, I think you dropped out. Amy, if you can hear me, call back in. I'm gonna send you the link again.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
But Jay, you got something to say? Jay, you got something you want to say? Oh
Man.
wait, hold on. I think she came back. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, I think she did. Yeah.
Okay.
Cause I was kind of interested.
Anyways, I'm sorry. Hello.
Yeah,
Could
yeah,
y'all
we
hear
Yeah,
we
you
me?
go
back. Yeah, yeah.
ahead. Yeah, I hear you, Amy. Go ahead. And I appreciate the words of yeah, I hear you. I appreciate the words of encouragement. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. But go ahead. Amy, are you there? Oh, I think she.
She
I'm
might
gonna
be
send it.
yeah, yeah, she might be going doing her thing, but yeah,
Yeah,
man. I was gonna say, man, we're gonna have to move this to YouTube, bro, and really yeah, we're gonna have to get it in on YouTube because I feel like
yeah.
this type of stuff, man,
Need to be
it
talked
needs
about.
to be talked about for sure. Like it's
Thank
too much that be going on, bro. Like it's too much that be going on, man. It's a deep ass conversation. And more
you. Yep.
men need to like real shit. Like more men need to hear this shit, man. More young guys, man. Like focus on
Exactly.
yourself, bro. Stop watching the bullshit. Stop following these rappers,
All right,
man.
I'm
Get
back.
rid
I'm
of that
back. I can hear
shit,
y'all.
man. For
Y'all
real.
can hear
Let
me?
that
Yeah,
shit go.
like
Yeah. It's cool to like them, bro. It's cool to like the music and shit, but be able to differentiate the two, and they can't, bro.
Stop
Like they
playing in
can't,
here.
yeah,
dude.
and that's the
Like
problem.
they
And Jay,
imitate
this
them.
is what I'm gonna tell you. And Jay, the theme of my show is called JB. speakeasy where the black men speak freely. Yes, I love when black women call in, but black men, Jay, you can attest to this in front of Amy. Black men don't get a voice to speak like that. You know what I'm saying? Women
Mm-mm.
get a voice, but black men don't. So I want to
Mm-mm.
aim my soul into doing what? Speaking for black men. I don't care if you was
Mm-hmm.
hood, from the suburbs, from
Mm-hmm.
some rural area in the middle of nowhere. Like, I want you to be able to call in and voice your opinion. And that's what I want to do. But
Mm-hmm.
Amy, go ahead. You have something you want to say?
I feel like
Yeah,
you're a
you
prime.
started, but you
You are a
yeah, you
prime.
started, but you got cut out though.
Um, what I was saying is that you know what I mean. Don't ever let nobody tell you a bad person. Don't ever let nobody try to downgrade you. You know what type of man you are. You know you are utmost
Oh, of course.
standing
Yeah.
cat. You know what I mean. I can only wish you the best and pray that I hope to see you in the best. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
You awesome,
You can
and
put
you keep doing what you're doing. You keep doing this show. You've been talking about it for a very long time, so I'm very proud of you, and to know that you really stepped up and really did it. You know,
yeah, yeah, oh, for sure.
you have my loyalty and me all the way whenever you need me. Um,
For sure. Appreciate that, Amy. Most
yeah,
definitely. Especially in this hard time getting this up and running. I appreciate that so much.
yeah, that's awesome. I'm just so proud of you. I can't believe it. Like I can't believe how far you have came, how far you are going. You're awesome. You're an awesome guy, and I'm glad that you gave me an option to be part of your show today. I'm glad you
Man,
gave me
you
an
know what?
option to be part of your show today, and let me release some steam and say whatever I had to say. It was cool. It was really
Oh,
cool.
for sure. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, you know what, Amy? I appreciate your. Oh,
Get over here. You see the doggy? Get over here. You ain't got on no shoes. Get over here.
All right. My bad, y'all. I don't know what was going on. Hey, Jay, Amy, I thank you so much for coming on to the show. I have to end it now. This is JB Speakeasy Black Platform where Black Men Speak Freely. I'm your host, JB9 Deuce. Thank you for all the participants that came through today. Jay, I love you. Amy, I love you as well. Thank you so much. You're the only ones that like. I appreciate you guys really making the dream happen. All right, y'all have a good day. God bless y'all. This is JB Speakeasy, the Black Platform, Black Men Speak Freely. I am your host once again. It's JB9 Deuce. Y'all have a wonderful day. Be blessed, and in God's name, Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit, y'all be blessed. All right, bye bye. Take care.